I was making another video for today, but I felt I had to respond to the on-air shooting that happened in Virginia. Um, I'm not going to talk about gun control or anything else. That's not what this is about. This is about mental health, I think, for me. And it's about the question of how we recognise mental health and mental illness in ourselves and in others. And I'm speaking from experience. In our lifetimes, 1 in 4 people will suffer some sort of mental distress, and that might end up being you might end up needing hospitalising. Uh, I've gone through very small bouts of depression, so that's kind of where I'm coming from. I'm not, I've never been hospitalised. I've never had to take drugs, but I know when I'm not myself, and what I'm bad at is asking for help. And I think that's something that certainly men are really bad at doing, something asking for help. And I think that's something that I think that I would urge you, if you're feeling in any way unable to do something, unable to live your life, unable to go to work, see your friends, be with your family, that you think about why and try and find some help. And that could be you can go down 2 routes. Either you go with someone who's really familiar, so someone from your family or a friend, or a neighbour who knows you really well, or go completely the other end of the scale and a professional stranger. So that might be a counsellor, a doctor, if you're in school or in college or in university, someone at your institution who is there to help. And it might just be your teacher. Just go and ask them if they've got any advice, who you should go and speak to, because I'm sure they'll have something that they can say to you. And the other side of the equation is we're men and women. Everyone is really bad at asking people if they're well, because wellness is not physical; it can also be mental. It can be a chemical imbalance, but it's also a reaction to emotional moments in our lives. So, for example, we'll never know what happened to the guy who shot the 2 journalists. We'll never know exactly what his sense of self was, and what got him into that situation. But there are moments in our lives where things change. And I'm not even saying that things are going wrong, it's about change. So, you can be stressed out by something going really well. For example, planning for a wedding, or moving house, or having a baby, or moving into a new school, or whatever it might be. So I think in that situation, if you see somebody who isn't themselves, then ask them, are you alright? Is there something that I can do? Do you want to talk about it? Obviously it presupposes that the person asking is also healthy, but that's not always the case, and that's fine. I think, better to share a problem than to hide it and hold it inside, because it just festers and gets worse and worse. So for me, I lost my job about a year ago, and I dealt with it by withdrawing back into myself and kind of working out who I was. I had to do that before, but it wasn't so difficult before, because I hadn't lost a job that had also been quite difficult. So I'd lost jobs. I'd come to the end of a job, and that's fine, because I was kind of moving on to something else. Anyway, by withdrawing into myself, I kind of came back to myself and found a new vigor in doing something new. So this is YouTube. It's kind of one of the things that's really helped me kind of get back to myself, and that's kind of why I've come back to it, because it really has given me a sense of myself and who I am and what I'm about and what I'm interested in. So that's really that. If you can find that thing that is at the core of you, that kind of keeps you going and keeps you happy, gets you out of bed and making things and creating and living your life, then get on with it. But ask for help. Conversely, ask if people want help. That's all I've got to say, really. I'm not going to even edit this, because I know that I'm rambling a bit, but it's just so sad. It's just a really sad situation, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it apart from making sure it doesn't happen again. I will put some links downstairs in the doobly-doo to mental health support groups and charities, probably mostly in the UK, but I'll try and find some in the US as well, just in case you need them. I'm sure, I know other YouTubers like Chris Anderson are doing videos about this as well, but I'm kind of reacting it towards the mental health stuff, because I was going to do a mental health video at some point, just will still do as part of Cultural Capital, but I really wanted to react to this because I felt that I had something to say, and why not say it? So I'll see you soon. Manchester Pride this weekend, so I'll be kind of filming the parade. I've got a whole load of other things which I'll be working on, which are kind of really exciting, so show those next week and the week after, and I will see you soon. Please, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. See you soon.